everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 778. It's so good to be in front of you tonight on this Thursday night. We're going to have a great one. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz, but that's Brandy, who's checking out her microphone, who's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you can get a pass notice. And tonight, we're going to do the Series 6.
Wait.
Serious. We're going to have the Series 6. We're going to have 6 different questions from 6 different exams, a little bit of content, a lot of technique. We're going to show you the quick way around these exams. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
I thought you were serious.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, you ready to go? All right, everybody. It's so, the one thing I want to say before we get started is we're heading into the weekend. The major thing that happens during the weekend, you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people don't study. They leave off. They take the break. They take a weekend off. They stop doing what they're supposed to because they're still thinking like their 9-to-5 job. This is part of you now. This is your career. This is your craft. That doesn't stop. You always learn. You learn more. You get better, and you hone the craft. If you were, I don't know, a candlestick maker, if you were, a blacksmith, you would spend every day learning how to hone your craft a little bit better, your skill set. This is how you're going to make a living. So why would you take time off? This is the better you get at it, the better you get paid for it. I mean, it's a legit correlation between the two. So you need to always be working on what is your skill set? What is, your job, your craft?
Yes.
So don't take time off during the weekend. That's the worst thing you can do because 1, 2, 3 times a lady, 3 times a day, three days off will really set you back a week. It really will.
It will.
It'll push you back a week, and then you're that much further off of your goal.
Yeah, don't do that.
So just stay consistent all the way through. And if you're gonna be busy this weekend and you know it's gonna be crazy and you know things are gonna happen, guess what? Make that study session happen in the morning. Get it over with. Get it over with. Get it over and early and done, and you're over with it. You know what I mean? And then you have the whole day to do whatever it is you're gonna do. Whether it's your kids, your family, your business, whatever, right? Your church, whatever it is you got going on, do that. And then there's the last thing I want to say this weekend is you got to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to say no. No is not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's okay to say no to your friend who wants you to move them for the 5th time.
Very true.
You know what I mean? It's okay to say no. You can't go to the 5th birthday party of the week. Especially some of y'all have those big families. I'm sorry, the second cousin is just not going to have your presents. You know what I mean?
A birthday month, like one.
Mail a gift card and a card, and that's good enough. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Sometimes these little distractions are huge distractions, and it's only for a short time. It's not forever.
You'll be there next year.
You know what I mean? You can miss out on some things, and everything will be okay. You don't have to go out and have a date night. You don't. If you have that partner that's that needy, I don't know. If you're not married, then I would reevaluate. You know what I mean? Because these are goals that you're putting together for your future. The right people will be on it and with you and work with you because that's what they want to do too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's the bigger picture that people should be worried about, not the small. I'm sorry we haven't gotten on a date night since last weekend and we really miss it. Dude, there's plenty of time for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're on your grind. You need to make this thing happen. I'm telling you, there's plenty of time for that. You just got to settle down and you got to just focus for a short time. Just get it done. Be done with it.
Yes.
The right partner will be there, getting you the orange slices, getting you the water, making sure that environment is protected so you can just get what you need to be done.
Yep.
That's what the right partner does. They lift you up and they help you. They don't hold you back. They don't make it more difficult, and they don't make it a selfish reason that they need you to be there. You know what I mean? There's just grown folk talk. I'm just saying. When Brandy was on this thing, you know what I was doing? I was taking care of the kids. I was cooking. I was cleaning. I was walking around with my apron, vacuuming, making sure everything was all put together. I was like Alice from the Brady Bunch.
That's true.
I'm just saying. And every time she looked up at me in my apron, she'd be like, all right, I better be studying if he's going to do that. And I was already worked all day long.
It is true.
But I knew she was working on something greater than, you know what I mean? And it would be worth it. So I'm just saying it worked out. And we didn't go on dates and we didn't do any of that stuff. We hung out when we could, and we did, you know, going to the park was good enough.
Yeah.
Going for a walk was good enough.
Staying home.
You know, making some ramen was good enough. Guys, we've been there. We had the ramen money, you know what I mean? And just sometimes that's just where you're at, and that's okay. It's just a season. Seasons pass. They move on. You know what I mean? And it makes you better. There was times where we were so broke. And you know what? That's some of the best times ever.
Very true.
It's the grind. We're building. We're doing something. I love it. It's rewarding at the end. The journey, don't discount the journey. The journey is everything. The summit's not.
Very true.
So don't lose hope in yourself. Don't get down on yourself on the things you're missing out. It's all good.
You're not missing out.
You're missing out on nothing. You're actually in what you should be.
Exactly.
You're cued into what you should be doing. Fun and easy is a distraction. It takes you off of what's difficult and what is going to pay you the most. And I'm not just talking money. Security, right? Security and not wondering if you're going to get fired or even care.
Very true.
When you have control like that, that's awesome. You're really a captain of your own ship.
Yeah.
I love it. And I want you guys to be inspired by that. Find your why and just stick to it. And have a very focused, intentional weekend. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. As we get into this, let's do it. Wanted to give you a little bit of a sound out before we head into the weekend, before we get this thing going, because we don't do this but Monday through Thursday. And so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we don't do the free on the Studying Brew. We'll be around for the members. And if you want to get into those sessions, like tomorrow, we're going to have Friday, we're going to have 63 live. We're going to get into exactly what we have. But we have a special event that we have for the SIEers that are studying that they can queue into tomorrow afternoon. We let them be a part of our updates and recording. So we have a lot of different things that we have for the members going on through the weekend, especially the evening espresso on Sunday. These are all live sessions that are just a bit extra to the course material. We got the course material, and then we have these live sessions that help out with those hard, and difficult areas, or even the intangibles of like studying, or I'm not getting it, I can't retain it, I need help like getting my scores up. These are where we do that in the live sessions. There's no content on that from FINRA. They're not getting that from anywhere, but we're giving that extra in those live sessions. So our course material is available 24/7 on demand. You can have that anytime you want. It's available, videos, audio soon to be on Spotify. If you want to join in on that and get our study guides as well, all you got to do is scan the QR code, hit the link in the chat, be on there, just get involved, get plugged in. We got the orientation replay, explains everything. We got the Kona community. The Discord never sleeps. No matter what time zone you're in, it doesn't matter. Ask questions, get answers. We got all kinds of free resources over there. That's free. You don't even have to be a member to be a part of our community. And then if you need any help or, any explanation, I'll be available at 866-HEY-KONA, 866-439-562. Just so you know, text me. It's always better if don't just straight call me. Sometimes I can't answer the phone. I know I'm old school. I don't answer the phone when I'm in the bathroom. So I'll have to call you back.
Yes, he does.
I'm like, I don't know where this new generation's up and coming, where they just answer the phone in the bathroom. In a public bathroom, no doubt.
Dude, I don't want to hear your conversation.
I'm pretty sure the person on the other end doesn't want to hear random grunting in the background from strangers doing their business. You know what I mean? I think it's just awkward, and all counts. All counts.
Just call them back.
It's like a PSA. Don't answer the phone in the bathroom.
Or don't walk into the bathroom in a conversation. Just, hey, can I call you right back?
Yeah. Nobody likes it. So I'll be calling you back. Leave a voicemail, leave a text. I'll call you back as soon as I can, and we'll chat it out. Also, we're on Telegram. You can reach me over there. Brandy is strictly on the Discord. Live session reminder tomorrow, 63. It is your question Friday. You bring the questions. Brandy's got the answers. It's that simple. But if you're like Jason Croft, who's a teacher full time and he can't be there, guess what he does? He leaves messages for Brandy in the Discord. She answers them in the live. She answers them in the live sessions. I put out the replay. He watches later when he gets off work, and everybody's happy. That's what we do for the lives. So if you're one of those people that can't make it, always be connected in the Discord. Ask questions over there. Brandy will hook you up and then answer those in those live sessions and work it out with you. And then you can catch the replay later. That's how we do it for all the members. So please take advantage of all the stuff we have. Speaking of which, we have the SIE live recording tomorrow. It is a special event. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to go over what topic?
Oh, yeah.
You changed it on
I
me.
did change it because I looked. We already have recorded what I was going to record. So we're going to do the complaints, and we're going to do code of procedure, and we're going to do code of arbitration videos tomorrow.
Yeah. And so there's no replays that immediately go out for this. This is simply going to be in our content. So this is going to get revised and edited and worked up before we even put it out there. It's going to be a little bit later.
Yeah.
So, but for tomorrow, you get to see it live. You get to interact. You get to say, hey, I didn't understand that or whatever. And maybe add to, helping Brandy out form like a better, some better product.
Yeah.
So we have tried to involve all our students in the process. And plus you get a little extra. So that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Hawaii, 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. in the East.
Yes.
And by the way, don't forget Hawaii.
Oh, why?
We still need our prayers, guys.
Yes.
Still need our prayers. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
If you're not, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
If you're following me on Instagram, you'll get this tomorrow, hopefully. But when they let me know,
Yes.
and they tell me, well, the RVP tells me with a picture. Y'all, guess what?
What?
We add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame because we got a passer. We got a passer. Yes, we do.
Yes.
This came at a surprise, and I'm going to say this, just so you know, NASA exams.
Yes.
And this is where the confusion came in, and our RVP literally reached out.
Yes.
If you're not in Primerican, you're like, what is an RVP? Let's just say
the manager.
The manager.
The branch manager.
Yeah, branch manager.
There you go.
Yeah, Jim from The Office.
Right.
Anyways.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Well, yeah, that's right. He's the assistant to the manager. To the assistant. Anyways, gave us a picture and said, this person failed because they got this.
Mm-hmm.
What's the rule on the NASA exams?
So, guys, starting in June, what they did was they got rid of percentages. So, like when you guys take the SIE, the 6, the 7, right? You have to get a 70%, or in the case of the 7, you have to get a 72%, right? Easy. Okay, cool. All the test preps are set up that way. Awesome.
College is set up like that. School was set up like that. I understand 70%.
But NASA decided to go, okay, if we're taking the 63, you have to get 43 questions correct. That's out of 60.
Right.
So you have to get 43 questions correct. It ends up being like a 71.77% or some random number.
So this person got a 43 on their paper and thought they failed, and it really was a pass.
Yeah.
So be aware on the 63, that's a NASA rule, and 43 questions is a pass notice. And congratulations to Ruben on passing the Series 63. You are now fully licensed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ruben could not be here. He is unable to because he just had another baby. Him and his wife had another child. So it's their third. So they're up to their eyeballs.
Yes.
With children and baby.
Yes.
And they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
You got to be parent and you barely sleep at this point. You remember if you've had kids, that moment where the baby is just up all the time.
They're building.
They are building at home.
Yes,
they're building. Yes. They're building their business. Currently has the videos going on and already getting the youngest or their oldest licensed.
There you
go. No. So it could not be on tonight, but what he wanted to say was what paid off was definitely the techniques. Y'all teach what you guys teach with the techniques helped me out immensely. The why wrong when I'm quizzing. So those are the key things that helped out. And if you're a member, you know what's up with the why wrong. and why that's so important while you're quizzing and you're really building up those scores.
Absolutely.
And the techniques for sure, especially in the Series 63. Look, time is of the essence when you're taking the Series 63. There is less time and more questions.
Pretty much.
So you really got to be able to know those techniques to help shorten up that time gap and really get this thing knocked out. And that's what helped out a lot with that. So congratulations to Ruben. He says he's waiting for his pass notice picture because I guess they ran out of ink.
Well, because they probably needed to redo it.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was a weird, guys. They're like, even test centers and apparently NASA is going through this weird transition where because it flagged it as a 71%, it said it wasn't a pass, but because it was 43 questions correct, it was literally like, we made a mistake. That was actually a pass.
Yeah, home office actually called them up to let them know that the paperwork that they got from the test center was wrong and it was not a fail.
It's crazy.
And it was actually a pass because 43 questions is correct, and that is a pass.
Talk about a roller coaster.
Yeah, what a roller coaster of emotions. So yeah, got a pass notice. And so as soon as he gets that pass notice picture, he said he'll send it to me.
Right on.
So congratulations, Ruben. We're on to the 26. And guess what?
What?
His RVP is super happy.
Yes.
You know why? Because Nelly just passed the Series 26.
Yes.
And is all, now I can override. Overrides, right. Here they come. She's very excited. So yeah, wins. That's why you get your licenses, folks. That's why you get your licenses.
Exactly.
He definitely missed out on a lot of stuff, but I don't think he's going to be regretting it in the next couple of weeks. Not at all. And congratulations to one of our other passers, Roa.
Oh yes.
He got fully licensed and he wanted to let everybody know it was totally worth it.
Yep.
Had a huge payday.
Yep.
And he said, I made more money than I ever gave you guys. So congratulations to Roa on his big rollover and making some cash for him and his family and all his and what, you know, he really worked hard at getting that.
Yep.
English was not his first language at all.
Nope. In fact, he was the first person to say, I just saw that word and that word, had no idea what it meant, but you say they go together, click.
Yeah, literally has no handle on the English language.
That's what he said.
He's all, I just focused on the words Brandy taught me. That's it. That's all you need to focus on. Doesn't know anything else.
Right.
That's all you need to know. Pass notice.
Boom.
So speaking of pass notices and needing those keywords and what do you need to know to pass, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. It's time for the Series 6. Let's get this thing going on. We're going to have questions from the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 26, 65, and the Series 7. We are going to be like a little bit like Test Taking Techniques Tuesday, where we show you those questions and then we're going to answer them with a little bit of technique. But tonight, Brandy's going to throw in a little bit of content.
A bit.
Just to help you out a little. So
a little bit.
Let's go, Brandy.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Like, you can already tell that this is a long question.
Yeah, look at that big block of
see that big
white out up there.
Yeah, check it out. So so I start with A, Andy starts with D, but I start with A. So
by the way, this is a hack right here. This is a hack in the strategy and a technique, whatever you want to call it, a skill. If you see a big paragraph of a question and it almost gives you a heart attack, right? And you're automatically freaking out. This is why you go look at the answers first, because sometimes you can answer without even looking at the paragraph.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the case here, but let's go.
We'll see. Follow her instructions only if. Now, normally we cross off the only, but check this out. Listen to how this statement is read. Follow her instructions only if Jerome has signed a trading authorization for her to act on his behalf. That's legit. That's a legit statement. Like, I like this statement, right? It's legit. It makes me happy because that whole signed a trading authorization on his behalf sounds really good. Hang up the phone and report this incident to your state administrator. First of all, guys,
settle down, Karen.
Yeah, seriously, dude, we're not bypassing our principals. We're not bypassing our OSHA. We're not going to go straight to the administrator. That just seems very drastic. Sell the shares of stock A and buy the shares of stock B. I'm going to say, well, only if, right? Just because it said that in A. And then D says, ask your branch manager for approval to make the sale and purchase. Guys, look, the only person or people that can make a decision is either the account owner or somebody that has trading authorization. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So A seems great because those are the only people that can make a decision. We can't override that. We can't be like, oh, hey, so-and-so wants to trade in so-and-so's account. Can we approve this? Is their name on the account?
Right.
Does that make sense, guys? So looking at that question, okay, well, looking at it common sensely,
The answers.
the answer's A, right? Let's read that question. Oh, I don't want to read that question. Which of the following should you do? Basically, Jerome's one of your clients. One day, Jerome's wife, Tess, calls and tells you that Jerome requests, blah, 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 blah. She also says, blah, 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 blah. Okay, look. She tells you that Jerome is currently on a plane and cannot call himself, but wants to make the trade. You know that Tess is Jerome's wife, and you recognize that she's calling from their home phone. It's Jerome's accounts. Guys, this is the one case that it doesn't matter if your spouse is. If you're not on the account together, the other spouse can't make trading decisions unless Jerome signed a trading authorization for her to act on his behalf. Boom.
Look, I know, I'm not trying to be down on marriages or anything, but sometimes they're not always and forever.
That is also true.
So, and there's sometimes that there's people that don't have the best marriages, and you never know if someone's not acting in the best for, for the best of your client, which is the husband in this case, right?
Right.
So it has to come from the husband, the client.
Yeah.
If there's no paperwork, there's no okay, there's no authorization. Sorry, Tess, you're gonna have to go kick rocks.
Yeah. It's true though, guys. It's true.
Go see what the kids are doing.
Wow. Go put on the apron.
Go get back. Wow. Go put on the apron. That is rude, Brandy.
Bad.
How do you know she's not a business lady?
If she was, she would have known.
Unbelievable.
That Jerome needs a second authorization.
Why don't you just tell her to go back in the kitchen, Brandy? Jeez.
All right.
So,
Red.
I didn't say it. I would never think that way, ladies.
Red herring.
Right.
Tombstone advertisement.
Yeah.
Trusted denture or a final prospectus. Guys, I could go based on content on this one, but I'm going to hang back a little bit, right? I'm going to be like, well, C is different because it is talking about a trust and denture, right? So I'm going to try to hang back a second, right? I'm going to look at this. I don't know. Like, I'm going to try to. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I've heard all these things, but I don't know, right? What document provides information contained in the registration statement of a security and must be provided to investors of that security after the effective date of the security, while the security, what the heck?
It's still a new issue.
Like, who wrote this? This is like a run-on sentence.
Yeah.
But yes, guys, red herring is a fish. It's actually used as bait. So that is actually done before. Somebody once told me that.
Yeah. But it's actually a securities thing too, by the way.
It is actually. But guys, if it's after the effective date, I'm going to link that with final. Do you guys see what I just circled? After the effective date and final, guys, that is our key connection. That is, in fact, the answer. Now, the content on this one, I'm going to use red. Why? Because it says red herring. This is actually called the preliminary.
Yeah, that's when you want to get a fish, you need bait.
Exactly.
That's the first thing you do, right? If you're going to go fishing, you're going to put bait in the water.
Right.
It doesn't mean you caught a fish. Doesn't mean you're going to catch a fish.
Right.
It's just the first part. It's
right.
The preliminary part.
And this is during the cooling off. So actually, and then trust indentures, I always relate to bonds. That's like the association there. My thing. There you go. Right. So like, technically speaking, A and B would be in the cooling off period. Trust indentures have something to do with bonds. But guys, we really didn't even need to know that much detail because all we had to do was look at the after final, and that was our connection.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah. And by the way, if you're using techniques, it's good to hang back a little bit.
Yeah.
Affirm that you're right in the question.
Yes. If I was taking a quiz, I probably would have hit C without reading anything else because it is the one that didn't have anything to do with registration.
Right.
But if I'm on my test, I'm going to hang back a little bit and read the question or look at the question.
Yeah. See if there's something that's pointing in a different direction.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, I hate all these words.
Yeah, D is ridiculously too long.
A firm can serve as a broker and a dealer in the same transaction. No. That's just a no. A broker dealer makes all of its profits from the proceeds associated with sales made from or to its own securities inventory. Well, guys, we relate inventories to dealers, not broker dealers, but dealers. A dealer's profit comes from its commission charged for a transaction. Nope, guys, that's a broker because remember, real estate, they charge commissions. And then a broker dealer sometimes performs the role of a broker and sometimes of a dealer, depending on the situation, but it never performs both roles at the same time.
That's legit. That's the one.
That is the one. Wasn't it like, it's not, it is detailed, but it's not detailed. It's weird. It had a lot of words, but doesn't that make more sense? We're not a real estate agent, or we're not a real estate broker and a car dealership at the same time. I'm either selling a car or I'm selling a house. I'm not selling both at the same time.
Right.
Right?
Hi, I'm the car dealer and your house dealer, and you get a car and a house all at the same time. Here, sign the paperwork.
No. Right? Look, and we didn't even read the question. Because it just says which of them all is true.
It's just D.
It's just that, right? It's just that. All right. And that's probably one of the biggest headaches about the 63 is recognizing that we're talking about a snapshot in time. And that's why you're not both at the same time.
Right.
All right. The Series 7. Now, I pulled this one. No, I'll tell you when you guys see the question. All right. I got a forward stock split. I got a declaration of a dividend. I got a reverse stock split, and I got an increase in the share price. Now, on the surface, we know that these two are opposite. It's probably one of those.
90% of the time when you have an opposite is so opposite of each other, forward, reverse, could not be more opposite.
Right?
It's going to be one of those two.
It has to be one of those, right? So check out the question, right? So the question says, which of the following would cause the value of an investor's position in a stock to increase? So right away, guys, this is what I did when I took this particular question. I saw this and I went, oh, well, A and C are opposite. We're going to increase the value. That's a forward. Wait. That didn't feel right away because it said would cause the value of my position to increase, not the price of my position, not the number of shares of a position, but the value of the position.
And that would be a reverse.
Nope.
No.
That would be an increase in the share price. How do you increase your value? You increase your value by increasing the price.
See, sometimes it's not 90% of the time.
Look at that. This is one of those times where it was like, I literally went, oh, it's not A. And I was literally, my finger was headed towards A. And I went, wait a minute. The values just like went, wait, you forgot me. Hello, I'm just in the part of this question as everybody else.
Increase the share price.
Increase the share price, you're going to increase your value. Boom.
It was just simply connecting increase to increase.
Right. Really, that was really it. If you guys really want to get down to it. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Seriously.
Again, affirm your answer in a question.
Exactly. Complaints and the action taken to resolve them must be kept at the OSJ under whose jurisdiction the complaint was filed. Okay. All complaints must be directed to the client services department for resolution. Never heard of client services department.
Plus, it's a must.
Huh? Ooh, look at this has an and in it.
That one does have an and in it.
The firm must preserve client complaints for exactly 3 years. Why do we say exactly? Like, what the heck with the exactly?
What does that mean? Exactly at 3 hours and
we don't
2 minutes into the day.
If you're keeping something for a number of years, we just say you keep it for blank years. We don't say exactly.
September 14, 2026 at 11 p.m. We must exactly do that.
Client complaints are given over to the legal department of the firm where it is then decided if arbitration is possible. Again, I don't remember ever talking about a legal department. Some firms don't even have a legal department because they're too small. I don't like that either. So what does that come down to? Before we even look at this question, we looked at the answers. We are questioning B. We already crossed off C. Oh, it is the only one with a number in it, so it's probably not correct anyways. D doesn't sound right either because some firms don't have that. A has an and it didn't sound bad. So
We haven't looked at the question.
oh yeah, my bad. Sorry. What are the client complaint requirements for broker dealers that are members of FINRA?
Now, if you were to get this question right, just based on techniques at home, and you don't know why at all, what would you say to that?
If you got it right on a technique,
Yeah, and you don't know why.
you know how our pastor Ruben said why wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Why not do why right?
Why'd you get it right?
What's the connection? Why was this question right? Oh, because client complaint requirements must be kept at the OSJ. Oh, I put bigger, big enough. Think about this. If you were a sole proprietor, think about this for a second. If you were a sole proprietor broker dealer, not under the umbrella of a bigger broker dealer, but like you're starting your own broker dealer. Okay.
Just started.
You're a sole proprietor. You don't even have a receptionist. You are
the receptionist. Your wife is getting the coffee.
Right.
Where's your legal department? She's in there making coffee.
Exactly.
She watched Law and Order once.
Your legal department doesn't exist. So not all firms have a legit legal department. So we can't say that they are given over to the legal department of a firm because not all firms have one.
But they have to have
an OSJ.
An OSJ.
They all have to have district managers.
You got to have a manager.
Got to have a Michael Scott.
Yep.
All right. And a OSJ is dealing with capital.
Yeah, numbers. It gives me stomach cramps.
800,000 is the highest number. 100,000 is the lowest number.
500 and 250 are closely related.
They are related, and 250 is the only one. What? Look at that. In the chat, somebody, well, actually 3 people, put in there that they're relating this to either SIPC or the FDIC. I love that.
Yeah.
That is great.
Because that's somebody that's memorized the fact that 250 and 100 mean something.
These are key word connections. When I say blue, you say sky.
Exactly.
That's exactly what just happened. Right? This is cash.
I say ocean, you say salt.
And this is securities. Exactly. Right? Let's read the question. I'm going to read the actual question before I read the scenario. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. What is the total amount of cash Jane Doe must receive from SIPC? Okay. So now I'm looking. See how there's like 3 numbers in the question? There's 100, 200, 500.
Right.
First of all, that means that there's 100 or 500, correct?
Yep. But how much does SIPC cover?
Well, it covers up to 250. So let's look in the question and see how much, what number is related to cash. She has a cash account with 100,000 in cash. I don't know, guys. The question was talking about how much cash. It says 100,000 in cash. That's 100,000 right there. Boom. That's the answer.
That's it. Don't overcomplicate it.
Don't overcomplicate it. Yes, we know that it's up to 250,000 in cash. We know it's up to 500,000 in securities, but the question just asked how much is this particular person going to get for coverage.
Put ABCD on the screen. This is literally what Brandy would do on the exam, and she would literally put, I'm looking for how much cash. She would put cash.
I'd go like this. I would do this, right? And then I would go, this is cash. I would say that's the lowest, right? And this is securities. I would look at that and I go look for the cash number, scan, boom, Ooh, wait, that's not, oh, sorry. What am I doing here? I go, oh, 100K. That's 100K. That's 100K. Boom. That's the answer. Click, boom, done. That's my mess that I do right there.
And you do that on your little sheet that they give you at the exam.
Read through the fog.
This is one of those questions you definitely want to map out because you will get lost if you don't remember the question's asking how much cash.
And that's why, guys, I started with this first. because there was a lot of numbers and I wanted to know what the numbers meant. What numbers do I have to pay attention to?
And if you're studying for this thing and you haven't really studied and you're just starting out, shout out to Sarah who just got what was like 30% on just all pure technique without even studying. Pretty dang good. I'm sitting back and I'm watching this. I'm like, oh, now I learned a little something. SIPC covers how much?
Up to
$250.
$250 in cash, and up to $500 in securities.
Right. Now you didn't even study anything in a book or anything. Now you know that just from
now you know. Yep. Boom. Done.
But all you really needed to know was what they're asking in the question.
Exactly. You didn't need to know anything. All you had to do was match cash with cash.
And that's why we say stay present in the question.
Exactly.
So this weekend, that's what we want you to do. Stay present in the question. Look, I know it's crazy and it's fun to like when you start studying and you just want to vomit all over the screen with all your info you just learned, like you just got a brand new car and you're 16 years old. But I'm just saying, slow it down. Just answer the question that they're asking you. They didn't ask all that information. They just wanted a little piece, just a little bit.
Exactly.
You don't need to throw it all out there and confuse yourself. Overthinking is the death. Oof. Overthinking, knowing too much sometimes is way the death. That's why we say sometimes, like, a lot of study preps will say, go memorize the book. Read the book 4 or 5 times. Sometimes that is a hindrance.
Yeah.
That is seriously the problem. You know way too much and you stop doing the simplest thing, which is just answering the dang question on the screen.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need to do.
That's it.
Keep it simple this weekend. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Like I said, we will be back for the Studying Brew on Monday. Members, we will see you tomorrow and Sunday. But until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to keep it simple in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.